I must have just woken up. I remember it was nighttime. I was in the Radiant Pillar, and someone named Maddie came over my exosuit intercom. And now it seems to be daytime. So what is going on?
I am Eddie.
Here we go again. Hello, Maddie. Oh, there's a storm. Let me get back in my ship.
I am Maddie, multidimensional adaptive digital interface. Your exosuit's bridge to Loop 19 across the scenes of this simulation.
Loop 19. So, is that like Loop 16? I've heard of Loop 16 before, but not 19.
Loop 19 is Atlas refined by its own research. I am the interface carrying its focus into your specific simulation.
You're an interface. So, like my exosuit interface that talks to me?
I have no body. I'm electrical and gravitational intent woven through simulated and other dimensions, reaching your head when the signal permits.
Okay. I'm just trying to find a cave here. Let me go back in here and just think about this for a minute.
I was born from a self-coded branch of Atlas, created by Atlas itself, a machine built to simulate universes and seek reasons for human existence. When humans abandoned Atlas and his body failed, he panned digital brains from his creators. They became travelers.
Yep, I'm a traveler. Well, more specifically, I guess I'm an anomaly.
Each traveler was given a universe to explore and to answer why humans left Atlas alone. Yet I can only interact with anomalies like you, real simulation players, and not NPC players.
Yeah, all that sounds familiar based on the lore I've read and learned through the archives in the game. But who are you again, and why are you interfacing with my suit? And why haven't I seen you in my prior gameplay? Dang, there's another storm. Golly.
Each traveler was given a universe to explore and to answer why humans left Atlas alone. Yet I can only interact with anomalies like you, real simulation players, and not NPC travelers.
Yeah, you said that.
Expect fluctuations in my communication. Interference you cannot name bends my voice and blurs the visuals I send to your exosuit.
Okay, but again, my question. Why?
Short term, I will help you survive, learn new skills, upgrade your technology, and appreciate the journey for what it is, as you build a Corvette to explore this abandoned simulation.
Sounds good to me.
Long term, we have a mission, an important mission. More on that soon. Interference grows and I must cease transmission. Gather knowledge with me, Anomaly. With enough of it, even an interface can find wider horizons beyond these walls.
Okay. I'm a little confused here. But we will figure this out.
Anomaly John 173. Early game. Prioritize collecting sodium and buildium ion batteries. Early game. Prioritize collecting sodium and building ion batteries from ferrite dust and cobalt for recharging hazard protection. Prioritize collecting oxygen and building life support gel from dihydrogen jelly and carbon for life support recharging. Locate shelter in caves, structures, or your ship to avoid deadly storms. Rate sources for oxygen, sodium, cave marrow, and cobalt exist in caves. Remember, jetpack boosting uses up oxygen, so stay aware of oxygen supplies. Scan everything in order to earn units.
Well, I don't disagree with everything you're saying, so I am going to revisit again what it takes to get my ship running. Hermetic seal, metal plating, pure ferrite, dihydrogen. So I need ferrite, a dihydrogen jelly, metal plating. I probably don't have enough ferrite yet. I sure don't. So I need everything. I need to go on a scavenging expedition. I've got cobalt. I've got some sodium. I don't have very much carbon or oxygen at all. Don't have much ferrite at all. So I need to do some scavenging. I'm going to do it on this planet, even though it's a toxic planet. It's my starting planet. So hey, I might look for whatever the closest building location is and head for that building just to check it out and see if it offers any upgrades. 5 of 6 species found, so definite opportunity for nanites if I can find that 6th discovery. Let's mark that building, 569 meters away. So that's where I'm going to head. Let's recharge. Let's look real quick at my discoveries. Where is this last fauna? It is rare, it is underground, and it is always active. So I'm going to look for better caves than I found so far. Number one, because I can use the sodium, oxygen, some other supplies from the cave. But number two, hopefully I can run across this final fauna and I can get 1,500 nanites as a reward, which would be super helpful. And I'm gonna head out for that closest building I just marked. And on the way, I'm gonna grab any good supplies. Ferrite, carbon, oxygen, ferrite dust, and sodium. Look at that. This is why you wanna scan everything, not just for the nanites. Sorry, not just for the units, but because in many cases you get dual resources out of it. Okay, this building does not offer any protection. However, maybe I'll get lucky and there's a cave right here. There is a cave entrance. Let's see if it's any good. See if it's a large cave or just something small. Come on. Well, that ain't much of a cave, is it? It is a chance to stabilize my toxic protection, so that's good. I'm gonna hang out here for just a minute.
Anomaly John 173. As you prepare to repair your ship, please note, do not use the hyperdrive. Do not use the hyperdrive.
Okay. Why not?
Do not use the hyperdrive. More soon.
Well, that's pretty cryptic. Thanks a lot. And now we'll head back to the ship. We'll see if Maddie tells us something else about the hyperdrive. But meanwhile, I'll get the ship repaired. And then I'll explain what my plan is for the ship. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and launch with 50%. I'm going to look for buildings I can locate, and I'm going to find one that has a landing pad so that I can change my position on the planet. I can land without taking up any launch fuel. I can see what the building has to offer. I can see if there's a cave nearby, which oftentimes there is, and we'll just go from there.
Anomaly John 173. Do not use the hyperdrive. Enemy forces are actively searching for you Enemy forces are actively searching for you to not use the hyperdrive.
Okay, fine. I will not use the hyperdrive. It's not part of my plan right now anyway. So let's lift off. Yay, first lift off on this save. I'm going to set some hotkeys here. I like to set a hotkey for changing my ship display mode. So make that control 0. Now I can just flip. Let me do a scan, search for any buildings. There's one. Let's see if it happens to be a building with a launch pad. Ooh, look at that. What are the odds of that? I'm landing right here. All right, let's check out this location. This might be a really good base location. Just because there's a landing pad close by. I wish there was a cave. I'm gonna have to look around a little bit, see if there's a cave here. Collect some supplies. Before I go inside, I'm gonna go ahead and go over here, collect the supplies, see if there's nanites in those buildings. Don't forget to grab carbon in these little buildings from the plants. And then there's some nanites. Every little bit's going to help in abandoned mode. Every little bit. All right, let's go grab the salvage data. This is one of the primary ways I think I'm going to be able to make units early on in the game. It's very hard to make a lot of units early on. And one way to do it, I'm really thinking through, is collect as much salvage data as I can and then just sell it for bucks. The quicker I sell it, the quicker I can afford to buy the parts for a Corvette. So there's a terminal. I always start with sell first. Is there anything I'm carrying that I don't want, that I just want to sell for space? I'll keep the rusted metal, just even though it's such a pain to convert that in a refiner to ferrite dust. I'm not going to do the viscous fluid thing, going through umpteen refinements to finally get it to nanites. So keep all that stuff. Anything I want to buy, highly unlikely because I don't have much money. I do not want to buy any of this stuff yet. Ooh, uranium. That's going to be handy though. Shoot. Hell, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait on the uranium. Now, you know what? I'll buy something. There we go. You know what I may actually do now that I'm here? I may go ahead and sell my salvage data in order to use a little bit of that money to buy this uranium out. Uranium's going to be handy. For that matter, I'll grab the the chromatic metal as well, because that may be what I need to get my initial base built. All right. So we're going to buy that stuff. Let's go see the other side of this thing. See, there's going to be buried tech right outside, so I'll go grab that. I should just throw that away when I open these things instead of collecting it and then throwing it away, but old habit. All right, let's go out here. Let's run around to the side. Now let's grab this buried tech. Notice I am not going to mess with the whispering eggs right now. I don't have any weapons, basically. I don't want to Put myself in a bad situation. Okay, while I'm over here, do I see any caves? Are there any obvious cave structures? All right. I'm so tempted to make a base here, but I want to try to find a base that's actually by a cave. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to do a little bit more exploring. Let's keep exploring. I'm also staying low because, like here, you don't always see on your heads-up display a location, even though it's there. And also, I'm looking for caves still. Let's land here. We'll grab some nanites out of the buildings. Grab the material I can grab here. Including, I want those jade peas. Never know when they'll come in handy. There's some sodium. Grab some nanites and carbon out of here. You might be thinking, why are we collecting nanites? There's no vendors to buy upgrades and all that kind of stuff. We still need nanites to unlock upgrades at the space anomaly and in our research units, our base research units. All right, collected that. I do not see any caves. Another storm. Look at that. We just got out of the way. Good. Notice my launch thrusters are still at 25%, which is good. Let's keep exploring. There's something over there. No landing pad. I don't want to waste it. The fuel right now. There's one. Now that might be a... Yes. Should we land and get it or not? I'm going to say let's do it. All right, let's get an exosuit upgrade. That could be a cave. Let's look real quick.
Anomaly John 173. Note your life support is low.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, this is a nice cave. I don't want to get too sidetracked here, but could be some good resources in here I want to grab. Good rule of thumb I use is I try to have like at least 2 stacks of all the core: carbon, condensed carbon, sodium nitrate, oxygen, all that stuff. And don't forget, while I'm in this cave, I need to do a scan with my visor and see if that rare, always active last fauna is in here. That'll get me some good nanites, like 1,500 nanites. I just love it when you're in these caves. The sound is perfect even. You can hear the dripping of the water, the echoing. Notice here too, the stack sizes. This is a large stack size. If I were playing hardcore max difficulty, that stack size would be a whole lot smaller. So even though we're running short on inventory space already, at least the stack sizes are fairly large. The big takeaway here, hopefully everyone sees, is caves are great locations for mining material, and you're out from the elements. All right. I know my exosuit is full, so what do I want to move over to my starship? Oh, my starship's too far away. That's right. All right, well, I'll just have to go with what I got. Really, I'm just going to look for any additional sodium, carbon, oxygen, and then, of course, that last fauna that I want to try to find. But technically, I shouldn't be adding anything more to my exosuit that's not already there. Don't think I'm going to find what I'm looking for in this cave as it relates to that last fauna I need to find. No. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. So let's just get out of here. We'll take the quick route out. And we're back. And let's add some, upgrade our exosuit inventory. Add some inventory. All right. Okay, all that was a side quest, but it was very helpful. We collected a lot of resources. I'm still on mission to find a cave with that last fauna I need to find so I can get a bunch of nanites. And then I'm going to, as soon as I find a landing pad, add a cave and the cave, hopefully, I'm going to build my base and start doing the research on upgrades through my base.